Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So, was a public holiday in the US yesterday, so obviously the dollar not doing much, well, the dollar, euro dollar. We're still bouncing around here. I'm still concerned about the moving averages, the oscillators, they are grouped to the downside, so we are extremely oversold at the moment. And the minute I drill down to the hour, you see we are pretty much going nowhere at the moment. So this level is still the level I want to be paying attention to, and that is at 108.351. I'd want to see a rejection there for this to move to the downside. But in saying that, I have this massive gap here, fairly close to that level, so I would be very cautious of that. So for me, this is a sit on hand scenario. Just to see what's going to happen. So the week will probably only get going really later this afternoon for me, for us in Europe and Africa. So I'm going to just sit back and wait on this one. I don't think there's much structure here to pay attention to, and I'm not paying attention to holiday price action because that's not a clever thing to do. Anyway, moving on to US dollar Japanese yen, we have a different setup here. So we have broken through the top of this range, which is 148.561, and we haven't quite closed a candle above it. Oscillators are just pointing to the upside, nothing to worry about. Strong uptrend, so it is up until it's not. And you can see Friday's price action was there, and then we continued. So looking at this, we should see the similar pattern on Euro USD, so we should see it continue to the downside. But I just don't see structure there. So for me, I would want to see pullbacks onto structure, and it's going to be somewhere around 146.561. I say somewhere because each one of these tails from yesterday will definitely hold up price as well. Okay, so a strong uptrend that is forming there's a strong uptrend intact on the higher time frames, and then there's a strong uptrend starting to form on the lower time frames. Just we are a little bit overbought at the moment here, but that can stay like this for an extended period of time. So this here is looking like a buying opportunity off probably this area here. I think that's the most logical one. 146.561 could drop a little bit lower as well. Drop into that area there, which is 146.470. For those of you who watch the indexes as well, that just opens up a more bearish thought process for the indexes as well. Okay, so moving on to the pound, British pound, Japanese yen. Still big up, big down. Does look like we're starting to build a base for this move to continue to the upside. And we did get a break late in the session yesterday of 184.764. I think that level's still in play, but then just add this level in here. That's what I want to see a bounce off. So I want to see a bounce off 184.996. And you will head for one of these two levels. So your take profit would be 185.268, and then 185.433. I'm not so sure that I'd want to hold on longer than that, because as you look at the price action, above the moving averages, below, above. So what's logical next? Below. So I would expect a bigger move coming to the downside as well. But just feeding off what's happening on US dollar Japanese yen, it may not be the case. Okay. It is really messy, but I think that's kind of little pullbacks and then take profit at the next level. Lastly, Euro British pound, and we've broken some structure to the downside here, but look at my oscillators. Oscillators are very wary, and there's a very strong level of support here as well. And if I'm not mistaken, that is a weekly level. Yeah, see, that's a weekly level of support. So definitely not looking for shorts off that. and definitely not looking to be long off it either because the trend is down. So we will sit quietly and wait for some structure, and you're going to need to get above sort of this area here, 0.8551, before you start looking for longs. For the shorts, I want to see a break below 0.85454, and I want to see a retest at a decent rejection of that level before looking for shorts. So this is sit on hands until one of those two levels give way. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.